Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Nur Batusha binti Muhammad Ramizan with the matrix ID of 078408. Today, I will be discussing about the concept of takaful, its importance, and an overview of personal accident insurance under takaful. First, let's look at the definition of takaful. Takaful is basically a Sharia-compliant alternative to conventional insurance. While both takaful and conventional insurance aim to protect individuals financially, the method used in takaful is different as it is based on mutual indemnity and shared responsibility. In takaful, participants contribute into a common fund known as tabaru, which will then be used to compensate any members who suffer a loss due to unexpected events. This system avoids the prohibited elements in Islam, which are riba or interest, garar, which means excessive uncertainty, and maisir or gambling. In Malaysia, takaful operations are governed by legal frameworks such as the Central Bank of Malaysia Act 2009 and other Islamic finance regulations that ensure compliance with Sharia principles through supervision by the Sharia Advisory Council. Now, moving to the importance and benefits of takaful in Islamic law, takaful plays a crucial role not only in fulfilling religious obligations but also in promoting ethical financial management. Unlike conventional insurance, which transfers risk to the company, takaful encourages participants to share and bear risk together. This reflects the Islamic values of transparency, fairness, and mutual cooperation. Economically, takaful helps individuals and families cope with financial difficulties caused by unexpected events such as accident, disabilities, or death. For example, according to the Malaysian Road Fatality Index, about 18 people die in road accidents every day. This highlights the serious financial risks many families face if the main breadwinner is suddenly lost or disabled. However, despite these risks, insurance penetration in Malaysia is still below 25%, meaning many people are still unprotected due to a lack of awareness or affordability. By promoting takaful, Malaysia can also attract more international investors who are interested in Sharia-compliant financial products, strengthening the country's position as a global Islamic finance hub. One of the products offered is personal accident insurance or PAI. PAI falls under the general takaful category and provides short-term protection for material losses due to accidents. The coverage includes compensation for injuries, disabilities, or death resulting from external, accidental, and visible causes. However, it is important to note that PAI does not cover injuries caused by unrelated illnesses, mental or physical disorders, high-risk sports, or dangerous occupations. There are also different types of PAI policies such as individual policies, group policies, Grameen policies for microinsurance, and child welfare policies, which are designed to meet the needs of different groups in society.
My name is Nur Shazafil Sabinti Obaka, and I will continue on the next part of the conceptual aspect of personal accident takaful product. The scope of takaful coverage on personal accident. The basic cover of a personal accident takaful includes death and disablement arising from accident. It provides short-term protection for material loss in motor, fire, travel, property, and liability cases. Exclusion may apply for war, suicide, or risky profession. The General Insurance Council considered it a yearly policy unlike life and medical insurance. The plan of personal accident under Etika Takaful are Takaful Cash Care Personal Accident, Takaful Flexi, Rider Care Personal Accident, Private Car Driver and Passenger Takaful, Femina Special Takaful, Takaful Rahmah Personal Accident, and lastly Takaful Mega Personal Accident. That's all the plans under Etika Takaful. Okay, so let's move to the next slide, which the comparison of selected takaful with conventional insurance. The customer in takaful known as participant, while for the insurance known as the policyholder. The protection agreement between the takaful company and a participant is known as a certificate, while under the insurance known as a policy. The fee in takaful called as contribution, while under insurance called as premiums. And takaful bound by Sharia and local government laws, while insurance only bound by local government laws. All takaful investment portfolio are strictly bound by Sharia rules. While under conventional insurance, investment portfolio can include a variety of businesses and industry. And lastly, under takaful, the death benefits for Muslim can be gifted to anyone as hibah, and non-Muslim can will their death benefits to anyone. Under takaful, not only for Muslim but also can for non-Muslim. Lastly, the conventional insurance, for Muslim, the death benefit will be bound by faraid rules, while for non-Muslim, insurance death benefit can be willed to anyone. That's all on my part. I will pass to the next presenter.
Now, I will explain the management and operation aspects of the personal accidents takaful with a focus on Etika Takaful Berhad as our example. First, the management of this takaful product must strictly follow Syariah principles. Etika adopts the Wakalah model, which is an agency-based operational structure. Under this model, Etika acts as a wakil or agent that manage the fund on behalf of the participants. Participants contribute to a tabarruk fund, which is a pool of donations. This fund is then used to help fellow participants who suffer from events like accidental death or even permanent disability. In return for managing the fund, Etika charges a wakalah fee, which must be disclosed upfront. This fee covers various operational aspects such as administrations, underwriting, claims handling, customer service, and also marketing. Importantly, the fund belongs to the participants, not the operator. Etika does not profit from the risk itself. If there is any surplus left after claims and reserve, it can either be given back to the participant as a hibah or retained to ensure the fund's long-term sustainability. This will follow policies approved by the Sharia Board. This model ensures the contract is free from riba, which is interest, and gharar, which is uncertainty, and also maisir, which is gambling, which are all strictly prohibited in Islamic finance. The Sharia Advisory Council of Bank Negara Malaysia also endorses this model, making it a trusted and ethical alternative to a conventional personal accident insurance. Let's begin with the individual personal accident takaful offered by Etika. First, the eligible age to apply is typically between 18 to 16 years old. However, in some cases, the coverage may extend up to 70 years old depending on underwriting approval. This age limit helps manage the higher risk typically associated with older participants. Next, we have the health declaration. Applications are usually required to submit a self-declared health questionnaire. If someone is older or applying for a large coverage amount, Etika might request a medical checkup to assess their actual risk profile more accurately. The third consideration is occupational risk classifications. Etika categorizes participants based on how risky their job is. For example, those working in dangerous environments like offshore or rigs or construction sites might face high contribution, coverage exclusion, or even application rejection depending on the level of risk. Lastly, Etika provides adaptable coverage choices, which means participants can choose plans that fit their financial capability and personal needs. This flexibility reflects the takaful principle of mutual assistance or ta'awun by allowing people to contribute according to their ability. Now we move on to group personal accident takaful, which is designed for companies, schools, NGOs, and other group entities. To qualify as a group takaful plan, there must be at least 10 participants. This is important because a larger group allows the operator to distribute risk more effectively, which aligns with the takaful principle of mutual protections. The underwriting process for group is much simpler compared to the individual plans. In most cases, there is no need for individual health screenings. Instead, Etika will evaluate the overall group profile and occupational category to determine whether to proceed with the coverage. When it comes to coverage levels, groups takaful plans can be either uniform, meaning everyone can get the same benefits, or tiered based on things like job title, department, or the level of contributions. The structure of this is often discussed and arranged with the employer or organizations. Lastly, One of the key benefits of the group is cost saving. Because the risk is shared among many participants, it is usually more affordable than individual plans. This also supports the tabaruk concept where members agree to help each other against different risks.
Assalamualaikum and hi to Madam and everyone. Now, I will talk about comparison of 3 takaful operators in Malaysia that offer personal accident takaful products. I will also discuss a legal case that shows how the law protects third-party victims in takaful-related disputes. We selected 3 major takaful operators, Etika Takaful Berhad, Takaful Malaysia Am, and AIA Public Takaful Berhad. Each of them offers personal accident plans that provide financial protection in the event of accidental death or injury. Etika offers the Flexi PA plan for individuals aged 18 to 65, renewable until 70 years old. It provides a lump sum for accidental death or permanent disability and daily hospital cash. It's easy to apply with no medical exam required. However, exclusions apply for self-harm, criminal acts, and risky sports. Takaful Malaysia's MyClick PA is a fully online plan with coverage up to 500,000 ringgit. It includes optional add-ons such as hospital income and surgery benefits. It's affordable, starting from 50 cents per day. However, it also excludes claims involving illness, self-inflicted injury, or non-accidental causes. For AIA Public, A Plus Accident Shield Extra I, this plan is offered for age 16 to 60 and can be renewed until 70 years old. It includes death, disability, weekly compensation for temporary disability, and ICU or hospital cash. A unique feature is the double payout for accidents involving public transport or fire. When comparing the 3 plans, we found that AIA offers the most comprehensive benefits, while Etika is the most accessible and user-friendly. Takaful Malaysia offers good digital convenience and flexible add-on. All 3 follow Sharia principles and protect participants from prohibited elements like riba and gharar. Now, let's look at the case of abusement bin Jamaluddin and Etika Takaful Berhad. This case highlights legal protections for third parties under Takaful. In this case, abusement, a motorcyclist, was injured in an accident. The car was insured by Etika Takaful. He sued the driver, but Etika tried to void the policy, claiming the driver had broken the policy terms. The Court of Appeal ruled in favor of abusement. The court said that under Section 94 of the Road Transport Act 1987, insurers cannot use policy breaches to deny payment to third-party victims. Section 96 also requires the insurer to pay once a court judgment is made. This case shows that accident victims are protected by law, even under Takaful. Takaful operators must honor third-party claims, and policy breaches by the insured cannot be used to escape responsibility. In conclusion, the comparison of Takaful products shows us the variety of protection available in Malaysia. The abusement case reminds us that the law prioritizes the rights of innocent victims. Takaful operators must act ethically, and courts will enforce that responsibility. That concludes my presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. For my part, I will be explaining about other pertinent matters, claim procedure under Etika Takaful Berhad. So the claim process is very important in Takaful because it reflects the principle of mutual assistance or ta'awun. And is operate on the concept of risk sharing. When a participant experiences a covered event like death or injury, the tabaruk funds, which is contributed by all participants, will be used to provide financial compensation. The process must also be Sharia compliant and efficient to ensure fairness for everyone. The claim procedure involves 4 main stage, which is first notification and documentation, second assessment and verification, third is approval and payout, And last one is Sharia oversight and ethical governance. So first, under notification and documentation, the participant or next of kin must notify Etika immediately after the incident. Then they need to submit a claim form with supporting document such as IC or passport of both the participant and claimant, police report if needed, medical report or death certificate, proof of relationship for death claim, and last is bank detail for payment. This submission should be made within 13 to 16 days from the date of the incidents. So the next stage is assessment and verification. Here, Etika will review whether the event is legitimate and whether it is covered under the takaful certificate. They will also check for any exclusion, such as event caused by suicide, alcohol use, war, or involvement in crime. The process is done in a fair and transparent manner, and Etika may ask for additional document if needed. After that, if the claimant is valid, it moves to approval and pay out. The compensation is paid from the Tabarruk Fund, and the amount depends on the type of benefit, such as death benefit, permanent disability, or temporary disability. Valid claims are usually paid within 14 to 13 working days, and the money is credited directly to the claimant's bank account. Finally, the whole process is supervised by a Sharia committee under Sharia oversight and ethical governance. This committee ensures that all claims follow Islamic principles and that there's no fraud or unjust enrichment, and that any surplus or hibah is distributed fairly. This helps maintain the ethical integrity of the takaful system and protect all participants, including those who didn't make any claim. Thank you.
Next, we will go to recommendations. Personal accident takaful provide many benefits to the participants by offering financial protections and support during unforeseen accidents. Thus, several recommendations can be made further to enhance its applications. Firstly, increase the public awareness and education regarding takaful. Despite numerous advantages of takaful in providing Sharia compliant protection, the public reach remains low in Malaysia. Therefore, government and takaful operators should actively step up initiatives to educate the public on the importance of takaful and introduce and also integrate takaful concepts into schools and university curriculum. This is to ensure that the younger generations have more understanding of the benefits and function of takaful. Secondly, takaful operators should promote inclusive and affordable plans. The offering should be diversified to different income levels and occupations, especially for high risk or undeserved groups. Currently, individuals with high risk jobs are usually excluded from coverage or charge significantly higher contribution than the other participants. Third, there should be an emphasis on enhancing operational transparency and efficiency. The takaful companies still need greater clarity in communicating policies, wakalah fees, and how supplies is handled or shared back with participants, even though there are already solid rules and guidelines set by authorities like Bank Negara Malaysia to regulate how it should be run. Fourth, the operators must maintain strict adherence to Sharia governance principles. Fourth, the operators must maintain strict adherence to Sharia governance principles. All activities must be reviewed and approved by an independent Sharia committee in line with Bank Negara Malaysia's regulatory frameworks, and it must be free from elements such as riba, gharar, and maisir. Finally, to conclude our discussions, takaful has emerged as a Sharia compliance, ethical alternative to conventional insurance rooted in mutual risk sharing. Models like wakalah used by Etika Takaful Berhad ensure clear roles and compliance with Islamic principles, supported by frameworks from Bank Negara Malaysia. Takaful operators are transparent and well-regulated. Personal accident takaful offers vital protections against unforeseen events. To strengthen its impact, greater public awareness, improved service delivery, and regulatory alignment are essential. These steps will help build a more inclusive and resilient Islamic financial system. And that's all from us. Thank you.